Before Mad Max became a global franchise, before the leather, the engines, and the apocalypse aesthetic, this movie almost ceased to exist. Not because the studio interfered, not because audiences rejected it, but because people were getting hurt for real. You think you know about Mad Max, but you have no idea. Cars crashed without permits. Stunt performers were hospitalized. The lead actor nearly quit. And the director had no money, no safety net, and no backup plan. This wasn't a movie shoot, it was a live fire experiment. Here's how Mad Max survived.
I'm a fuel-injected suicide machine.
In the late 1970s, Australian cinema was safe. Quiet dramas, period pieces, respectable films. Then, George Miller walked in with a nightmare. A world collapsing not from aliens or nukes, but from speed, rage, and human instinct. Miller wasn't guessing. He was an ER doctor. He had seen real car wrecks, real trauma, real death. And he believed society wasn't fragile. It was already cracking. No studio believed him, so Miller did something insane. He financed the film himself, with insurance money, debt, and favors. The budget? Roughly $400,000. That didn't buy polish. It bought risk.
You can hack through your ankle in 5 minutes. Go.
You're bad, man.
Mad Max didn't fake danger. It embraced it. There were no official road closures. Scenes were shot illegally, fast, and often without permission. Motorcycle gangs were cast as extras, not actors pretending to be dangerous, but people who already were. The cars are really going that fast. The crashes are real. The injuries are real. Multiple stunt performers were hurt. One accident nearly shut production down. At one point, a stuntman was hit by a vehicle, and the crew kept rolling because stopping meant the movie died. The lead wasn't a star. Mel Gibson was an unknown drama student. He showed up to audition beaten and bruised from a bar fight. George Miller cast him immediately. Halfway through production, Gibson was seriously injured in a motorcycle accident, off-set. Filming paused, money drained, momentum vanished. When Gibson returned, he wasn't convinced this movie was worth it. The shoot was dangerous, the pay was small, and no one thought Mad Max would ever leave Australia. To Gibson, this wasn't a breakout role. It felt like a career mistake. When Mad Max was finished, studios didn't celebrate. They hesitated. Executives didn't know how to sell it. It was too violent, too bleak, too angry. In the US, distributors assumed audiences wouldn't understand Australian accents, so they dubbed over the entire cast. The release was quiet, almost apologetic. No hype, no confidence. And then, something unexpected happened. Audiences didn't just watch it, they felt it. Word of mouth spread. This didn't feel like a movie, it felt like a warning. A future where law barely exists, where speed equals power, where survival replaces morality. Miller hadn't made an action film. He created a new cinematic language. Against all logic, Mad Max exploded internationally. By the end of its run, it became one of the most profitable films ever made relative to budget. Hollywood didn't see danger anymore. They saw a franchise. Here's the truth most studios won't admit. Mad Max feels real because it was real. No green screens, no safety gloss, no studio-approved chaos. Just steel, asphalt, fear, and momentum. Every frame feels unstable because it was. And that's why, decades later, it still hits harder than movies with 10 times the budget. Mad Max wasn't engineered, it was survived. A movie made by people willing to risk everything, on speed, belief, and the edge of collapse. It shouldn't have worked. It shouldn't have existed. but it did. And action cinema has been chasing it ever since.